So not all spontaneous human combustion victims burst into flames. Some just develop random strange burns on their body, which have no obvious source or doctors think is coming from an internal source. So basically, here's some tips on avoiding this if you don't want to spontaneously combust, which no one should really be afraid of this. This is so fucking rare. But avoid activities and diets which promote ketosis. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Talk Tuesday.
Going up on the Tuesday.
So today we are doing a Q&A. I am again getting my questions from my Instagram account. So if you're not following me, be sure to follow me. I'm at Kendall Rae on YT. Are there ever conspiracies that you're too afraid to talk about? Fair question, and I get asked this a lot. And yes, the world of conspiracy theories is scary, honestly. And there are some things that definitely freak me out, and some that I just probably wouldn't feel comfortable honestly talking about. What did you think of the royal wedding? I knew someone would ask about this. So funny story, kind of funny, not really. If you've been following me on Instagram and Twitter, you've probably seen that I have been really struggling with my health lately. It's been a couple months now and I have issues related to my autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, and doctors actually think something else is going on because I have a lot of symptoms that have just come up in the last couple of months. One of them has been pain in my upper back, my shoulders, my neck, and my arms especially my elbows and my wrists. So editing has been really hard. That's why I've been a little inconsistent. I've been kind of posting about that on social media, but didn't really explain it here, so I'm explaining it now. I'm doing my best to upload as much content for you guys as I possibly can. You know I love this stuff, so it's not like I don't want to be posting consistently. I'm just really trying to take care of myself first and get this figured out so I can move past it, because I've been in bed a lot. I get up wicked early, like every morning, 4, 5, 6-ish. I am up with pain, and then the pain triggers nausea, and I'm throwing up, but it's the morning, so you don't have anything to throw up at this point. I'm also dealing with like chronic fatigue and enhanced anxiety, some other health things. I don't want to get into everything right now, but basically, I actually did watch the royal wedding because my pain woke me up at like 4:45 or something, maybe even earlier, the morning of the wedding. My cousin was sleeping over that night and I didn't want to wake her up, so I came in here into my office and watched the whole thing. I've never watched a royal wedding. I feel like I barely know anything about the royals. And I watched the whole thing and I actually really liked it. I thought the dude that did the sermon was so good. I thought she looked beautiful. I mean, I don't really understand the whole royal thing, and I do think there's some possible really sketch things that happen in the royal family, but it definitely inspired me to do a whole podcast on royal family conspiracy theories here soon, and mainly focusing on Princess Diana. Will you ever collab with Shane? I actually was lucky enough to be in one of Shane's videos via Skype, but I do know that Shane comes to Colorado all the time since Ryland's family lives here, and I would love to have him either on my channel or in a podcast sometime, so maybe I can manifest that. It would be awesome, and I would just love to have a candid conversation with Shane Dawson. I mean, who wouldn't, right? My favorite video of yours is where you discuss the Men in Black. Since that video, have you had any weird experiences like that one that you discussed in the video, or any for that matter? I have not. I never had anyone come to my door or call me and tell me to stop talking about it. In fact, the entire time I've ever done this stuff, and people ask me this all the time, like, has the CIA contacted you? Is the FBI outside of your house? Nope, I'm just chilling here. At the end of the day, this stuff is becoming really public knowledge. Most of the stuff I talk about with aliens, conspiracies, is stuff that you can now find on the first couple pages of Google. You know, I'm not a leaker, so I'm not really afraid of that, although I used to be really afraid of it. Has anything paranormal happened to you? If so, what? Yes, I have a video of it. I only had one paranormal experience and it lasted a couple weeks, maybe even a month, and I made a video talking about the experience, but nothing else has happened since. I am a big believer in sage and staging the energy in my place. How is acupuncture working for you? Oh my gosh, so I have been doing acupuncture. Today I had my 4th or 5th session. The needles are so tiny. People always ask me if they hurt, but they are so tiny that you really can't barely feel them unless they're in like more sensitive areas. Like today I had it done in my hands, and she had some in my ears. Like I had like 4 needles in each of my ears, all over my arms and stuff. But then when she puts them like in my feet or in my legs, I can't feel it at all. I think it's actually really working on me. I've been noticing all of my symptoms getting better and better, and I'm hoping that I'm on the mend. I'm really hoping. If you could talk to any dead serial killer, who would it be? Definitely H.H. Holmes. I bet a lot of you guys could have guessed that about me. I'm like an H.H. Holmes super fan. That sounds really weird. He's a serial killer. What the fuck is wrong with me? For real, I find H.H. Holmes and all of his crimes so interesting. I have a whole video on H.H. Holmes. If you have not watched it, seriously, check it out. I would just want to know so many things. I feel like he died with so many unanswered questions about how many victims he had and how he did everything, or like why he did it. And it would have been so interesting if someone had like interviewed him in jail. You know, if it was in today's time, they could make like a documentary or something. It would be fascinating to see what went on in the mind of H.H. Holmes. I live in Australia and have loved hearing about all the conspiracy theories that seem to be surrounded by America and looking at them from an outsider's point of view. Would you ever consider doing conspiracy theories about other countries and how they may or may not tie into America and other countries too? I definitely can. I just don't know of any. Like, if you live in another country and you have a good juicy conspiracy, request at Kendall Rae on YT. You can email me at any time with any ideas, and I go to it a lot for inspiration when I need it. Have you seen season 2 of 13 Reasons Why? If so, what are your thoughts on season 2? Do you think they could have done anything better? So if you did not see my video on the first season of 13 Reasons Why, that show really shook me, but meant a lot to me. I know I've talked about this on my channel a few times now, but I lost 2 friends in high school to suicide, and that show really meant a lot to me because even though it was so graphic and so disturbing and very difficult to watch, I thought it was so extremely raw and real and needed in this conversation. Suicide should not be glamorized or, you know, trigger proof. It shouldn't be that way. I just think they did a phenomenal job showing the truth about what it's like. And so anyway, I was watching TV the other day and I saw a commercial for the 2nd season. I didn't know it was already out and I haven't watched it yet, but I have to say it looked more like a horror show. Reminded me more of Stranger Things than 13 Reasons Why. I really hope it stays true to message. I'm definitely gonna give it a try, but just from the previews, I am definitely a little nervous to watch. But if you've seen it, let me know in the comments below. Do you have any beef with any YouTubers? Give us the tea. Unfortunately, I have 0 tea and 0 beef to report on. Seriously, I have always gotten along with anyone that I've ever met on YouTube. I have never had a YouTuber like be mean to me. I've never not liked anyone. I've never had a fight with anybody. I honestly haven't met that many YouTubers. Did you ever do a mock trial when you were in school? Yes, I did actually. I took a law class and we did a mock trial. Unfortunately, I did not get to be in the actual trial. There was like too many kids in our class. So I was just a spectator, but I got to go to a courthouse and watch them act it out and do everything. It was really fun. Have you ever gotten in trouble for posting a video about true crime from the families of the victim? What is one piece of advice you would give to your daughter? One piece of advice that I would give to my daughter. You have me stumped. I can't think of one thing. I think if there was any bit of advice or like lesson I could teach my daughter, it would be to really trust your own intuition and your own voice and following your own instincts, if that makes sense, making your own decisions at the end of the day and doing things with yourself in mind first, always making decisions that are best for you. So yeah, I think that's what I would tell her. Would you ever do a crystal/gemstone collection video? Yes, I think I definitely would. Probably on my vlog channel though. If you're not subscribed to my second channel, you should be. There's a link in the description box. I'm not a daily vlogger really. I just kind of post on there when I want to, and I think I'm gonna make it more of like a second channel where I post like office tours or crystal collections, more astrology stuff. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff from me, that's probably the place to head, where I will hopefully be, you know, getting that out soon. I do have a lot of crystals in my house, a lot of good energy in here. So I would love to share that and share the little knowledge I do have about crystals with you if you guys want that. What's one thing that you wish you had full access to? Like Area 51, JFK files, etc. Probably if I had access to anything like in the world, it would be the Vatican. I think some crazy shit is being hidden in the Vatican. Like there's so much underground space and storage. It's kind of mind-blowing. Miles long. So yes, I think if I could have access to anything, it would be that, because I think they may have some of like the biggest secrets of all time. If you could be a fly on the wall and know the truth about any true crime mystery, what would it be? I think it would have to be John Benet Ramsey. I feel like that's the one everyone would say, but for real, I just, drives me insane. Like I go back and forth of who I think did it all the time. I feel like I've never come to a really solid conclusion, and in most of the cases I look at, I have at least one idea of like what I think it is, like pretty sure. And with John Benet Ramsey, there's like 4 possibilities I think could be possible. So it's just craziness. But yeah, it'd be pretty disturbing to be a fly on the wall at any crime. Laurel or Yanny? Yanny. I remember you said in your 2018 prediction video that there would be no royal wedding, but it happened on Saturday. Which predictions do you think would most likely happen or not? I have honestly no idea. I was thinking about that the whole time. Right before the wedding, you know, there was all this drama with Megan's dad. Like, apparently he was taking paparazzi photos and he didn't come to the wedding and didn't walk her down the aisle. So I thought they were gonna cancel it, possibly. But nah. I was thinking like that psychic was probably like, come on, come on. I can't wait for the end of the year when we can go back through all of the predictions that those psychics made in that video. I'll link it below if you haven't seen it, and just see how many of them have come true. What is one cartoon food that you've always wanted to try? Oh my God, that's so funny. Definitely the cheese pizza in the Goofy movie. I remember always just wanting some of that. That looked like dank pizza. What's the best advice you've received and how has it impacted the decisions and choices you've made getting you to where you are now? Not really like advice, but I think the one thing that I can really like credit a lot of my success to is the law of attraction, and learning about the law of attraction about 4 years ago. It changed my life in ways I can't even explain. If you don't know what the law of attraction is, you should definitely look into it and possibly read the book The Secret. I'm not a super huge fan of the way that the book explains it, but it does explain it if you've never heard of it. It really helps like get you into it, although I just don't agree with everything in that book. But the law of attraction is absolutely real and incredible, and there's plenty of other resources to get information on it, not just The Secret, but that's kind of the commercialized version of it. What's your go-to comfort food when you're feeling sick? Definitely grilled cheese and tomato soup. When can I expect a baby Rae? I don't think we'll ever get through a Q&A without this being asked at least 100 times. No babies yet. I need to like get my body working before I start trying to create a baby in it. I think in the next 3 to 5 years, you'll probably see a baby Rae. But that's all I have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. That rhymed. Be sure to follow me on Instagram so you don't miss my next Q&A. You might be featured in it. And that's it for me today, guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you next